We are the Smarter Business with AI podcast, your go-to source for practical AI applications tailored to small and medium-sized enterprises. Each week, we break down how AI is transforming businesses, from streamlining customer service to optimizing operations, while driving productivity and growth. Hosted by digital experts from New Era AI, we turn complex AI concepts into simple, actionable insights for your business. Whether you're starting your AI journey or looking to scale with cutting-edge technology, the Smarter Business podcast will provide the knowledge and inspiration you need to thrive in our ever-changing marketplace. Artificial intelligence is redefining the game in sports, from crafting hyper-personalized training regimens to unlocking new dimensions in strategy and player performance. Yet it also poses challenges, like ethical questions surrounding data privacy and the risk of reducing sports to algorithms. This episode dives into how AI is not just changing how we play, but how we connect with the spirit of competition. Explore the future of sports with AI at neweraintelligence.com.
Welcome back to Smarter Business with AI.
Glad to be back.
Every Sunday, we take a deep dive into how AI is revolutionizing a different industry.
Yeah.
And this week,
we're
hitting the field, court track, you name it, to explore the exciting world of AI in sports.
Absolutely.
We've got a couple of articles to guide our deep dive.
Okay.
One from 2021 and a more recent one from May 2024.
Right.
To see how this landscape has evolved.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Okay.
Because AI is changing the game in ways you might not even imagine.
It's true.
From scouting future stars to optimizing athlete training and even creating those immersive fan experiences we all crave.
That's right.
It's amazing to see how quickly AI is moving from those futuristic ideas to actual real-world applications.
I know, right.
What was once a concept in 2021 is now a reality in many cases.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start right where the action is.
Okay.
On the field.
All right.
One of the hottest topics is AI referees.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where those game-changing, controversial calls are made with pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
Potentially even rewriting some of sports history.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Think about it. Maradona's infamous Hand of God goal in '86.
Oh, wow.
With AI analyzing every angle in real time.
Yeah.
That goal wouldn't have stood a chance.
No way.
And that controversial penalty in the England-Denmark Euro 2020 match.
I remember that one.
The limited AI analysis available at the time actually supported the referee's call.
It did.
But if the AI had access to even more camera angles, who knows?
Yeah.
The outcome might have been entirely different.
It's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just football.
No.
Think about tennis and those clothesline calls, especially on clay courts, where the current tech struggles.
Yeah, for sure.
AI could take the guesswork out of those situations, making the game fairer for everyone.
Absolutely.
Now, before we move on, I have to ask, how does this AI refereeing actually work?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it just cameras? Or is there more to it?
Well, it depends on the sport.
Right.
In football, we already have goal line technology, which uses magnetic fields generated by a chip in the ball.
Okay.
When the ball crosses the line completely, the magnetic field interacts with sensors in the goalposts.
Interesting.
Triggering a signal to the referee's watch.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But for other calls, like offsides or fouls,
Right.
the AI relies heavily on computer vision.
Okay.
Essentially, it's teaching computers to see and interpret the game, just like a human referee would.
So it's analyzing player positions, movements, maybe even the ball's trajectory to determine if a foul has occurred.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
And speaking of seeing the game, AI is also revolutionizing how players train and perform.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
AI and computer vision are now essential tools for tracking player movements and analyzing their technique for coaches.
Yeah.
This is pure gold.
It is.
They can use this data to develop winning strategies, identify areas for improvement, and even personalize training plans for each athlete.
That's right.
I was reading about some fascinating applications in handball and swimming.
Oh, cool. cool.
In handball.
Yeah.
Researchers have developed AI systems that can automatically track players' movements on the court, providing insights into their positioning, speed, and even shooting technique.
That's impressive.
And in swimming, AI is being used alongside cameras to analyze swimmer techniques in incredible detail.
It's amazing what AI can do.
It's like having a virtual coach, watching your every stroke, identifying subtle inefficiencies, and suggesting ways to improve your form.
That's really cool.
So AI is basically giving athletes and coaches a whole new level of insight into performance.
Absolutely.
But it's not just on the field where AI is making waves.
Right.
It's also changing the game behind the scenes, especially when it comes to scouting and recruitment.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
This is where the business side of sports really gets interesting.
It's
Teams are no longer relying solely on human scouts.
Right.
They're using AI to sift through terabytes of data.
Wow.
Analyzing player stats. Videos. Even social media activity. To spot those hidden gems and predict future performance.
Like having a secret weapon.
That reminds me of Brentford signing Ollie Watkins for a bargain price and later selling him for a huge profit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They used AI scouting to identify his potential before anyone else.
That's incredible.
What's fascinating is how the AI did that.
Yeah, how did it?
Right.
Yeah.
What's crucial is that AI can consider data points that human scouts might overlook.
Oh, interesting.
It can analyze things like a player's decision-making under pressure. Their off-the-ball movement. Even their work rate.
Wow.
Subtle things that traditional scouting methods might miss.
That makes sense.
So they're basically building a much more comprehensive picture of a player's potential.
Absolutely.
And this kind of AI analysis isn't just limited to player scouting, is it?
No.
I've heard they're using it for match prediction as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
AI is becoming quite the sports analyst.
It is.
It can process massive amounts of data, everything from historical match results and player stats to team formations and even weather conditions to forecast game outcomes.
That's amazing.
Some experts even believe AI could outperform seasoned bettors in predicting those nail-biting finishes.
That's wild.
Wow, now that's something I'd love to see.
I know, right?
But before we get too caught up in the excitement of AI predicting the next Super Bowl champion, I want to shift gears a bit. We've talked about AI's impact on players and teams. But what about the fans?
Right.
How is AI changing their experience?
That's a great question.
I think this is where we see AI moving from the behind-the-scenes work to directly impacting how fans interact with their favorite sports.
Absolutely.
And it all starts with improving the fan experience, making it smoother, safer, and more personalized.
I like it.
Think about something as simple as getting into the stadium. Remember Southampton FC having to issue refunds?
Oh, yeah.
Because fans missed the start due to entry delays.
Right.
AI could solve that.
Really? How? Teams like Columbus Crew are already using facial recognition for ticketless entry, making things much smoother. And AI can monitor crowd density in real time, helping prevent dangerous overcrowding and ensure a safe, comfortable experience for everyone.
So it's like AI is creating a smarter, more efficient stadium ecosystem.
That's right.
That's a huge win for fans.
For sure.
But it's not just about getting into the game.
Right.
AI is also changing how we consume sports content.
Yeah.
I was reading about how AI can generate sports articles.
Oh, really?
Especially for those local matches that might not get much coverage otherwise.
That's interesting.
That's a fascinating application.
It is.
A Dutch media group called NDC is already using AI to cover a mind-blowing 60,000 soccer matches annually.
Oh, that's a lot.
That kind of coverage simply wouldn't be possible with traditional journalism.
No way.
It's opening up a whole new world of sports reporting.
Yeah.
Giving smaller teams and athletes the recognition they deserve.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But it also raises a question. What happens to human sports journalists if AI starts writing all the reports?
That's a good question.
It's a valid concern. But I see it as more of a collaboration than a replacement.
Okay.
Imagine AI handling those routine tasks, like generating basic game summaries or compiling stats.
Right.
Freeing up human reporters to focus on what they do best.
Yeah.
in-depth analysis, storytelling, and investigative pieces that provide real insight and context.
I see.
So it's like AI becomes the efficient assistant, handling the data crunching, while human journalists bring their expertise and creativity to the table.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that kind of human-AI partnership is something we'll see across the sports industry.
I think so too.
Take coaching, for example.
Okay.
AI can provide coaches with mountains of data and insights. But it's still the human coach who interprets that information, makes strategic decisions, and most importantly, connects with players on a personal level.
That's important.
So it's not about AI replacing coaches.
No.
It's about giving them superpowers.
Superpowers.
Helping them make better decisions and ultimately get the best out of their athletes.
Absolutely.
Precisely. It's augmenting their capabilities. Not taking over their role.
Yeah.
And speaking of roles,
Okay.
AI is even making its way into sports journalism.
Oh, wow.
Imagine algorithms that can write real-time match reports,
Okay.
generate player profiles, or even create highlight reels tailored to your preferences.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, it sounds like the future of sports consumption.
It does.
But what about accuracy and bias?
Right.
Can we really trust an algorithm to report on a game fairly?
That's where the human element comes in again.
Okay.
As we've discussed, AI can be a powerful tool, but it needs human oversight to ensure accuracy and fairness.
Right.
Ultimately, the responsibility lies with us to use AI ethically and responsibly, ensuring that it enhances the game without compromising its integrity.
Now, we've talked about AI's potential to personalize the fan experience.
Yeah.
But how does that work in practice?
Yeah.
What are some examples of AI being used to make the fan experience more engaging and interactive?
Think about how AI could revolutionize something as simple as watching a game on TV.
Okay.
Imagine watching a game and being able to vote on instant replays or participate in live polls using your phone, or even access real-time stats and player information with just a few taps on your screen.
That sounds like it would completely change the way we watch sports.
It would.
It would be so much more interactive and engaging.
Sure.
But beyond the viewing experience,
Right?
how can AI impact the in-person fan experience?
Picture this.
Okay.
You walk into the stadium, and your AI-powered app automatically recommends the best food and beverage options based on your past preferences.
That would be amazing. Especially for someone like me, who's always indecisive when it comes to stadium snacks.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And speaking of snacks,
Okay.
I've heard AI is even being used to improve stadium operations.
Absolutely.
AI can analyze data on crowd flow, concession sales, and even weather patterns.
Wow.
To optimize everything from staffing levels to inventory management.
That's impressive.
This means shorter lines, faster service,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately a more enjoyable experience for everyone.
I like it.
Wow, it sounds like AI is touching every aspect of the game.
It is.
From the players on the field to the fans in the stands.
That's right.
But with all this talk about AI's potential,
Yeah.
we also have to address the potential downsides.
That's true.
Right. It's important to approach this with a balanced perspective.
Absolutely.
While AI can bring incredible benefits to the sports industry, we can't just blindly embrace it without considering the potential challenges and ethical considerations.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are some of the potential downsides we need to be aware of?
Well, one area that often comes up is data privacy. As we collect more and more data on athletes and fans, it's crucial to ensure that data is used responsibly and ethically. We need strong regulations and safeguards in place to prevent misuse.
That's a huge concern. It's great that AI can personalize my experience, but I definitely want to make sure my data is being protected and not being used in ways I haven't consented to.
Absolutely. Transparency and user control are key. And another concern, which applies to AI in any field, is the potential for bias in algorithms. If the data used to train these systems is biased, the results will be biased as well. This could lead to unfair advantages or disadvantages for certain players or teams.
So if, say, an AI scouting system was trained on data that predominantly featured players from certain backgrounds or playing styles, it might overlook talented players from underrepresented groups or with different styles of play.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to ensure that the data used to train AI systems is diverse and representative, and that the algorithms are designed to be fair and unbiased.
It sounds like a lot of responsibility rests on the shoulders of the people developing and implementing these AI systems.
It definitely does. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to raise awareness about the potential pitfalls of AI and to work towards solutions that ensure it's used ethically and responsibly.
So it's not just about the amazing technology. It's about using it wisely and with a good understanding of its potential impact.
Right. AI can be an incredible force for good in the sports world, but we need to be mindful of its limitations and potential downsides.
Well said.
Oh,
Okay, so we've talked about the potential downsides, but I want to shift back to the excitement of AI's possibilities. What about predictive modeling? That sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
it's one of the most fascinating applications of AI in sports.
Sure.
Teams are using it to predict everything from player injuries to game outcomes, and the accuracy is improving rapidly. Imagine being able to foresee which players are at risk of getting hurt or which team is likely to win the championship.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like having a crystal ball for the sports world. But what are the practical applications of this? How are teams actually using these predictive models?
Well, coaches could use them to make more informed decisions about player rotations, training regimens, and game strategies. Teams could use them to assess the value of potential trades or free agents. And leagues could use them to optimize scheduling, create more balanced matchups, and maybe even enhance the excitement for fans by predicting those nail-biting finishes we all love.
So it's not just about predicting the future. It's about using those predictions to make smarter decisions and create a better overall experience for everyone involved.
Absolutely. But of course, there are ethical considerations here as well. For example, if a model predicts that a player is likely to get injured, should that player be benched even if they're healthy and want to play? That raises some tough questions about how we balance data-driven insights with individual autonomy and the human element of the game.
That's a great point. It's a reminder that even with the most advanced AI, human judgment and ethical considerations will always be essential.
Exactly. Okay, I want to circle back to something we briefly touched on earlier. AI-powered sports equipment. We're already seeing self-adjusting soccer balls and AI-assisted tennis rackets. What else can we expect to see in this realm?
This is the stuff that really gets my imagination going. I'm picturing AI-powered shoes that adapt to different terrains, maybe even analyzing your running form and adjusting in real time to prevent injuries.
Right. Or how about helmets that can detect concussions instantly, alerting medical staff immediately, and potentially preventing further injury? The possibilities are endless. And I'm excited to see how AI will continue to revolutionize not just how we play sports, but also the equipment we use.
It's amazing to think about. But amidst all this excitement about the future, it's important to remember that at the heart of sports is the human element, the passion, the skill, the teamwork, the sheer joy of playing and watching. Those are the things that truly make sports so special.
Couldn't agree more. AI can enhance the game in countless ways, but it should never replace the core values that make sports so compelling.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into AI and sports, I'm left feeling incredibly inspired. We've explored how AI is transforming everything from scouting and training to fan engagement and even the equipment we use. It's clear that AI's impact on the world of sports is only going to continue to grow in the years to come.
It's a fascinating time to be following this evolution, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Thanks for joining us on Smarter Business with AI, everyone. Whether you're an athlete, a coach, a fan, or just someone who's curious about the intersection of technology and sports, we hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought. Remember, the future of sports is being shaped right now, and AI is playing a major role. So stay tuned, because next Sunday we'll be back with another deep dive into how AI is transforming a different industry. See you then.
Thanks for checking out the Smarter Business with AI podcast. We hope you found today's episode insightful. Be sure to subscribe for more weekly discussions on how AI is shaping the future of SMEs. New episodes and use cases every Sunday. If you're ready to explore AI solutions for your business, visit us at neweraintelligence.com. See you next time.